And I'll give you an example of something that just happened today in our Tuesday morning meeting, a conversation that it's something that you should require from your property management team, but it's very, very rare. So in our meeting today, and this is talking about the long-term metrics to making sure that there's success after the purchase of the investment property. JWB has about 130 employees here, all working together. A large percentage of that is on our property management team. And because we're able to specialize in the division of labor that we have with a cohesive message, we're able to focus on certain activities that drive your return on investment and drive resident satisfaction too. One of those is lease renewals, right? People aren't going to make a decision with their housing to renew unless you really make them happy, right? Well, our leasing team, and this is what just happened in our Tuesday morning meeting, we have a thing we do every Tuesday where anybody on the team can stand up and do what's called a core value call out. And so a manager on our property management team stood up today, and I was so impressed with her because she was, of course, sharing our core values and recognizing others who are doing a great job on our team, but she knew her numbers too. And so this is the type of thought that should come from your property management leaders. She said, now, overall, our goal is to renew 70% of leases. Again, most property management companies don't even know that number. They don't track that. But of course, she knows her number. Our goal is to renew 70% of leases that come up for renewal. She said, but Q3 historically is a lower conversion for renewals. If you look historically, and she said, a year ago, it was 67%. The year before, it was 64%. And she rattled off the previous 3 years. She said, historically, this is what it is. And she said, this makes sense because during Q3, people are considering moving. It's school's out. It's more of that nature. We just know historically. And then she said, but your property management team has been working to overcome those challenges, knowing that historically this is a slow quarter. And I'm so proud because we've delivered 76% renewals this quarter because of these activities. And, again, 70% is the goal. We're at 76% in the lowest performing quarter. So all of the things I just talked about right there don't happen with the property manager that you called, who picked up the phone on the way to the grocery store, who doesn't have a system for bringing you on as a client, who doesn't have division of labor. But that really matters because, one property turn can cost you $6,000 to $7,000 of costs.
There you go.
And so that's how a professional property management team affects positive change for you as a client, for our residents, of course, as well, because they're super happy and they get to stay in a home that they love for a few more years.
I love that, man. Listen, this became very clear to me, Greg. As you know, I've been making a bit of my name for myself in like real estate investment tech worlds.
I love the voice that you get, by the way, when you talk about yourself a little bit here.
Anyways, one of the clients I'm working with right now, they're a software company. They're working really hard. They gave me the insight of, property managers. Kind of the biggest pain point is when it comes to maintenance, the investor, how do they know that the money that they're spending on maintenance is well spent, right? Like not just like how quickly does maintenance happen? How do they know how well spent it is, right? Like how do they know if somebody called here and they said, I'm hearing something in my toilet, right? There's 3 options, right? You can have a maintenance deference coordinator who will talk them through, hey, can you jiggle this? Can you do that? They can call out a handyman that costs like $30 an hour, or they can call out a plumber that costs $300 an hour, right? So being able to like understand it and report it, I was like, oh, we announce how much we defer maintenance on the show all the time.
100%.
Right? Like, and that's when it really, really hit me, this idea of just like, is the property manager thinking about their business? Are they thinking about their team, or are they thinking about the investor? And, like understanding the metrics that people track and can report to you. Do you know your metrics, and which ones do you know will tell you how that property manager thinks?
It's pretty cool.